Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Thursday. We're almost there. We're almost at Friday. So we have a lower body workout today. I'm going to take us through some stretches. We're going to go through some lower body movements, and we're just going to have a good workout. Okay, so today for our stretches, we're just going to start out with some ankle rotation. So coming up to the toes on that right leg, you can place the hands on the hips. We're just going to rotate that ankle nice and carefully, going slowly. Just a nice stretch, nothing too crazy. Rotating it the opposite way. Dropping that heel in 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that right heel, coming up to those left toes, and we're just going to rotate it out. Same thing, just nice and carefully. Just rotate. Rotating the opposite way in 3, 2, and 1. So bring it the opposite way. We're going to drop down that heel in 3, 2, and 1. So dropping down that heel, we're going to take the right hand to that ankle, pulling it in nice and tight. And then for today, I'm going to grab something really quick right before we start. And I thought I'd grab my mat, and I didn't. Little cloudy right now. And so you will need something for the ground unless you don't mind laying on the ground, totally up to you. And just make sure you have some water and a towel if you would like. So dropping that right foot in 3, 2, and 1, dropping that right side, taking the left hand to that left ankle, we pull it in nice and tight. So trying to find that balance, stabilizing through that right foot, using the sides, gripping the toes and pressing through the heel. We use that entire foot to stabilize. And the more you pull the heel in towards the booty, the more stretch you're going to feel. So like if you pull your heel up and in, you'll feel that definite stretch right here. We're going to drop it down in 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left side, taking both hands, we're going to grab onto that right knee, pulling that knee in to the chest. Same thing, finding that stabilization. I feel like when I start to look off to the side, that's when I start to lose that stabilization and my balance kind of goes. So same thing, find a spot on the wall, stabilize through the sides, grip the toes down, and cement that heel down. Pulling the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to drop that right side in 3, 2, and 1. Taking that left side up, pulling it into the chest. Same thing, I know I'm guilty of it too. I'm pulling in, I'm shrugging up. Try and focus on pulling the shoulders away and keeping the chest open, making this solely about that leg. Dropping down in 3, 2, and 1. So dropping that left side, kind of shake it out a little bit. We're going to go into a little stretch. So taking that right heel, dig it into the ground, and we're going to press down on that right leg. Keeping the chest open, head above the heart. And then we'll switch sides in about 10 seconds. Trying to push a little bit deeper, hinging at that left knee. Dropping down in 3, 2, 1. We straighten out that left. Dig that heel in, hinge at that right knee, and press on that left leg. Dropping that left foot in 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that left side, kind of shake it out a little bit. I'm going to go over what we are going to be doing. Like I said, make sure you have something to lay down on. Let me see if the first things I need it for. I'll get it for right when we start. I'm going to go over what we need or what we're going to be doing. So something that we've done before. So we're going to go into an air squat. From there, we're going to hinge it forward into a good morning. So keeping that chest open, you're just going to hinge at the hips. So don't take it down. After you come up from that squat, hinge at the hips, take it back up, right back down into that squat. Then we are going to go into a side lunge. So we're going to come all the way. We're going to shift all the weight to that right side. We're going to come down As you rise up, come about like 90% of the way, and then go right back down, pressing all the weight through that right side. Then we'll switch it over to that left side. Then we are going to come to the ground. This is where you'll need something for. So we're going to take those feet together, knees apart, and we're going to go into some glute bridges, just a different style. So we're just going to take the hips up, lowering them down, just making sure that those feet are together. So if you need to extend them out a little bit further, go for it. But that is going to be our first set. We have that 3 times, and then we move on to more lower body movement. So like I said, grab what you need, and we'll get started in about like 30 seconds. Got my gear and my goods. So remember, that first thing that we have is the air squat good mornings. We have the single leg squats or side lunges, however you'd like to go. And then we have those glute bridges with the feet together. So for the air squat into the good mornings, we're going to go for 10. We're going to go for 10 on the right side, then 10 on the left side. And for those glute bridges, we will go for 10. All right, so shaking it out one last time before we get started. All right, so we get ready in position. As you squat down, keep the chest open and do not let that head go below that heart. We keep the airway open and we go in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shaking it out. In about 15 seconds, we move into those side lunges. All right, so we start with that right side first. And remember, we keep all the weight shifted to that right side. As you come up, we're going to go about 90% of the way and then right back down for 10 and then 10 again on the other side. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So taking it over. So 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, shifting that weight over to that left side and we take it over. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing it up, shaking it out. And we have those glute bridges next. So we're going to be taking a seat, then laying down, placing those feet together. So if you need to take them out a little bit further, just keep those knees apart. And remember, we take the hips up, but tuck the pelvis under. Don't just go with the motion and just let it be. Really focus and put the mind to the muscle for every single movement. So taking it down, getting ready. All right. I'm actually in the camera. We're golden. So remember, those feet come together, knees apart, palms down. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the hips down, straightening out that right leg, then that left. Inhaling the arms above the head. Exhaling them down and come to a standing position. And during this time of the 15 seconds, remember, just keep moving around. All right. So we start back with round 2. Right. All right, so round 2, we start with those air squats into the good mornings. We're going to go for 10 in about 10. 10 and 10. All right. So we get ready. We go air squat into a good morning for 10 in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straightening it out, shaking it out. And we have those side lunges or single leg squats. Like I said, whatever you want to call them. That's what it is. So we're going to start with that right leg first, going for 10. Then we'll switch it over to that left, go for 10. And then we finish up with those glute bridges, and then we move on to round 3. Okay. All right. So getting ready, spreading those feet apart. We're going to start with that right side, shifting that weight over, pressing it up. As we press it up, we come up 90%. We grip the toes on the right side. We press through that heel, and we use the side. Just use your entire foot. Describing it all. Make sure you just use that entire foot, and you'll really feel everything activate in that leg and the glute. Trust me. Same thing with squats. All right, so we take it over in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing it up, switching over to that left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing it up. If you're like me, you're scratching your knee. Came at 5 where I was like, ooh, I can wait 5 more. I can wait 5 more to scratch it. All right. So in 15 seconds, we take it down to the mat, feet together, knees apart, hips up, hips down, palms down for 10. All right, so we take a seat, extending those legs, lay it down. Then we're going to bring the right foot in, left foot in. We open up those knees, palms down. We take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the hips down. Extend that right leg, and then the left. Inhale the arms above the head, shaking out those legs, stretching out nice and long. Exhaling those palms down by the sides, taking it up to the elbows, into the forearms, to the palms, and then bring yourself to a standing position. And round 2 is done. Round 3. And we're good. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been sneezing like crazy. I mean, it could be just allergies. But I feel like I've been sneezing like crazy. Okay, not right now. I feel like that was only 2. Okay, so we go again for round 3 with those air squats into the good mornings for 10 in 10. And as you go into those good mornings, keep those hips lifted high. So just focus on placing the hands to the hips, and right where you can hinge, press your fingers into it, and then you can feel where you're supposed to hinge instead of, because some people will kind of bend at the hips to get forward and then do like a funky thing. It's just a slight, you just hinge, keep the hips high, and then you'll feel it activating those hamstrings. All right. So we go for 10 in 3, 2, and 1. 10, 9, keeping the knees apart. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straightening out. Straightening out, shaking it out. And we go for those single legs next. So in about 15 seconds, we'll start with that right side and we'll go for 10. Shifting that weight over, we'll then go for 10 for our last one of these. And we're good. Perfect timing for everything. We have no funky lights turning on right behind. Like, I feel like that yesterday, that was so weird. Like if you saw yesterday, there was a little light behind me and it randomly turned pink. It randomly turned pink and then it went off. No idea what it was. They're all off today. So if anybody sees one turn on, if you can comment or something, let me know. All right, so we have those single legs, taking it over to that right side. We're gonna go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing it up, going to the left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing it up, shaking out those legs. All right, so we have those glute bridges, feet together one more time in about 15 seconds. Then we will get to it. Finish this first round up, or the third round of this first thing up. You're like, no, no, no. No. All right. So we take a seat down, bringing that upper body down, taking the feet in, bring them together, keeping those knees apart, palms down. We're going to take the hips up and down in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the hips down, straighten out that right leg, then the left, shake them out. Rock them side to side. Inhaling the arms overhead. And we exhale them down. Bring it up to the elbow, elbow, forearm, palm to palm, foot to foot, and we press it up. So you guys get about 1:15. I'm going to go over what we're doing next. So just remember, keep moving during this time. Like I said before, you can just tap it out. You can add in some arm circles, keeping those arms lifted. You can add in jumping jacks. You can add in any type of cardio you want. This is your time as well, but I'm going to go over what we're doing. All right. So we're going to go into some standing donkey kicks today. What is that, you may ask? We may have done these before already, but we're going to hinge forward, come sideways. So we're going to hinge forward, get a slight bend in that left knee. We're going to get a 90-degree bend in that right, flexing that foot, finding our balance. And we're just going to kick it up, bringing that knee underneath. So up, squeezing at the top, bring the knee right back underneath that hip. As you press it back, though, make sure that hip doesn't open up. Same thing with that opposite side, because it's very easy for that hip to start opening up. Do your best to keep them squared. Lock the hips so they're facing the ground. I almost opened up. We want to take it straight back. So like I said, sometimes it's our body wants it to open up. We don't let it. We don't let it. So we have 10 and 10 for those standing donkey kicks. We are then going to come into some fire hydrants. So we'll come down, aligning our joints, so stacking the shoulders over the wrists, knees underneath those hips, and then we're just going to take the knee out in line with the hip, or as high up as you can get it, and right back down underneath the hip. And same thing for these. When you lift it up, try not to let the hip open up. Try and keep it squared off. So if it doesn't come up as high, that's fine. Just keep it squared off. So we have our standing donkey kicks. We have our fire hydrants. We are then going to come in to a lying leg lift. All right. So we're going to lay on the sides, and we're just going to point the toe, lifting it up, lowering it down. So lifting it up. So we're going to work those inner thighs. I'm a little bit sore in like the outer glute area, so definitely is a little bit tender right there. So if you're like me, that might be a little, like you might feel it there as well. All right, so we're going to go 10 and then 10 on the opposite side. Cool, cool. So standing donkey kicks. We have those fire hydrant on all fours, and then those lying leg lifts. Good to go. All right. So I'll give you guys about another, I'll say like another 20 seconds, and then we'll get started. Okay. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. It's Thursday. Maybe you're getting some sun today. It's nice and warm to definitely get some sun today. It's almost the weekend. Oh, that's the thing. It's April 1st today. I'm like, I never want to open my social media on April 1st because it's April Fool's, right? Pretty sure it's April 1st, April Fool's. I don't know, but I feel like I have trust issues for April Fools. I've been fooled too many times. Okay. So we have those standing donkey kicks. Remember, we're going to take that right leg back first. As you take it back, we have a slight bend in that left knee, as you can see. So nothing too crazy, just a slight bend. As you hinge it forward, we have a straight line from the crown of the head down to that tailbone. We're just going to take that right leg out, flexing that foot. As you bring it in, you don't come in past that hip. So you stop right underneath the hip and press it right back out, squeezing that glute. You should feel it in that hamstring possibly. Not possibly, you should feel it in that hamstring. So you should feel it all in that right side. And then the stabilization in the left side, you're still working that as well. So you're working both legs, just doing two different things. All right. So we're going to start with that right leg back first. We go for 10 in 3. So lifting up that leg, 2 and 1. So 10. If you need to hold on to something, you can. 9, 8, 7, keeping the hips squared, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that right side, slight bend in that right. We're going to take the left back this time in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, shaking out those legs, kind of rotating those hips if you need, because they get a little tight. A little tight. Okay. So when you're ready, we're going to meet me on the ground in about 10 seconds. And we're going to go into those fire hydrants. Remember, right leg's going to be first. We keep those hips square. So those hips, I want, like, basically, like, think of them as your headlights. I want those facing the ground. Even though that hip or that knee is lifting up, we rotate it. So we're squared off. So that means if that knee can't lift as high, then don't lift it as high. Because once you open up that hip, you take it out of what you're supposed to be working. And we want to work where we're supposed to work, right? So we stack over right now, shoulders over the wrist. You can spread the fingers wide, kind of grip the fingers down, lifting out of the shoulders. We're going to start with that right leg first. We go for 10 in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. Also, I forgot to mention, make sure you square the shoulders as well. As you lift up one of the legs, the opposite side of the arms, you're going to want to shift that weight. Square off if you need to. Place the hand on the small of the back. That way, you don't have the option to lean. All right, left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that left side down, bringing the palms back, tucking the toes, rising it up. And I was like, wait a minute, that wasn't our third thing. We have those lying side lifts right now. We're in 15 seconds we do. So remember, we're going to go for 10 and 10, laying down on the left side first. So still tapping it out. So we'll lay on the left side, lift the right leg for 10, and you can either just flip it over or rotate sides. But we're going to lay it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So laying down. All right. Getting nice and comfortable. Okay. It's like you just like curl up in a little ball and it's nap time. All right. So remember, we're going to lift that right leg first. You can point that toe. I like to point my toe for these. So we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, don't touch it all the way down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can drop it down. We're going to rotate those sides. I'm just going to rotate. Now I can make sure that I'm in the camera view instead of turning around and being completely opposite. All right. So left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, shifting the weight to that stomach, pressing through, sitting the hips back and walk back. Tucking the toes, stand it up. Round 1 done. 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds. Bottom line, that's it. 2 more. So in about 10 seconds, we're going to start with that donkey kick again. If you need something to stabilize on, you can always grab like a chair or something, or you can find a spot on the wall or down and out on the ground. Just find that spot and find that balance. But we're going to hinge at that left knee. Right leg goes back first. We square the hips off so our headlight's pointing at the ground. We're going to take it up in 10 seconds. So getting ready, hinging at that left knee, bending at that right, flexing that foot. We take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that right side, we hinge at the left. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left side, straighten it out, shake out those legs. And we have our fire hydrants next. We'll come down to all fours. All right, so lowering it down right now. Remember, we align the joints. We lift up and out of the shoulders. And we start with that right leg first. So for these, make sure that neck is nice and long. Make sure it's not tucking under. And we're not extending out. Because the moment you start to lift up that chin and do this, guess what happens? That back dips in. We don't want that. We want a nice tabletop back. So it's easier just to align the neck with the spine instead of doing this, because then we get into like some yoga where we go and do our cat-cows. We can do that, but it's definitely not a fire hydrant. All right, so we take that right leg up, out to the side, squaring off the hips. And this time, if you can, whatever leg you're working, place the opposite hand to the small of the back. So that way we're not even tempted to lean. So we stay squared off. We go in 3 for 10, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, placing that left hand down. This time, right hand is going to go to the small of the back. We take up that left leg in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left leg, drop that right palm, tuck your toes, walk back, stand it up, shake it out. We have those lying leg lifts. I don't know why it's like, I feel like I have to say that slow for it to come out. Right. Okay. Are we ready? We're going to take a lying position in about 10 seconds. So we're going to start on that left side, lifting that right leg, pointing the toes. Tapping it out. Leg down at about 5 seconds. Rolling the shoulders if you'd like. And let's take a seat and then lay it on the side. All right. So remember, pointing the toe, we take it up. As you lower down, keep constant tension. So don't let that leg drop all the way and then lift it back up. Because then we're using momentum. We might be shifting the hips back. So keep everything as aligned as you can. And we keep constant tension by not dropping all the way. But we're going to go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, switching the sides, so you can either roll it over or gracefully do what I just did. All right. So left side, we point the toe, we take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, bringing it over to the stomach. We're going to sit the hips back, take the knees wide, reach the big toes together, and sit the hips back. We're just going to stretch it out right here for a second. Just a nice child's pose. Opening up the hips, lifting up. Let's walk those hands back, tucking the toes, and we rise it up. We have one more round. One more round of these, and then we move on. You get your rest. I get to explain. I get to talk a little bit. Trying to limit my random talks because I feel like our time gets so much better when I just limit it a little bit, just a little bit. Who knows? Then next week I'm probably going to be back to doing that, and it'll be like we're on normal schedule, and it's like, okay, let's rush, and then we get back to that normal schedule. It keeps the heart rate up. It's exciting. You never know what's going to happen, right? Okay. So we have those standing donkey kicks. We bend that right leg first. We hinge the left. Right, that makes sense. I'm bending the right, hinge at the left. So saying bend and bend. All right. So we find that spot on the ground that's kind of down and out. So you don't really want to lift up your head to find the spot on the wall, because then it creates that, like that dip in that spine, and we don't want that. We want a straight, we also don't want that. We want that straight line from the crown of the head down to the tailbone, keeping that core engaged. Just because we're working that lower body does not mean we cannot still work that core and those abs. We can still work it all. Focus on your breath, pulling your belly button into your spine, and keeping everything as tight as you can. And then that's it. That is key. All right. So hinge at that left, bend at the right. We take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that right, straighten it out for a second. Hinge at that right, bend at that left, and we're going to go in 3. The longest 3 ever. 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left side, shaking it out. Can do it. Always reminds me of SpongeBob, if that's anybody's time, or if you ever watched it, where it's, I think it's the bring it around town. So it always reminds me of. But it feels really good on like your hips after doing something like that. All right. Let's see. I kicked my paper. So we're going to take it down to the ground for those fire hydrants next in about 10 seconds. Are we ready? So bringing it down. Stacking over. Remember, we're going to place the hand on the small of the back of the opposite leg that we are working. So we're going to start with that right leg. So left hand, small of the back. Lifting up and out of that shoulder, we take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, neck is long, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, place that left palm down to the ground, right hand to the small of the back, and we stack the shoulder over that wrist, lifting up and out. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, placing that right palm down, bring it back, stand it up. We have one more thing, and then we move on to our last round of 3. So we're going to lay it down in about 15 seconds, starting with that right leg first, laying on that left side. Okay, so laying it down to that left side. And that feeling like I have to sneeze now. Just nothing's coming out. So it's just like I make that bunny face or like a gross face. Bunny's faces are cute. They're 2 different things. 2 different. All right. So we're going to lift that right leg up first. We're going to go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that right leg down, making a little swoop, taking it down to that right side, laying it down to that left leg is going to come up, pointing that toe in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, coming over to the stomach, sitting the hips back, walk the hands back, and rise it up. So remember, you guys get that minute 15. I'm going to go over what we're doing next. Just keep tapping it out, move around, add in whatever kind of cardio you would like, if you would like. And I'm going to go over what we're doing. All right. So, first thing, we're going to come down to the forearms, stacking the shoulders over the elbows, extending out that right leg. We're going to point the toe, and we're going to go into straight leg lifts, pointing the toe, taking it up, tapping it down, keeping the hips squared off. Try not to let that hip open up. So we're going to go for 10 on the right, 10 on the left. We are then going to come into some more glute bridges, but just a different kind of variation of them. This time, what we're going to do is we're going to have a long line from that knee down to that ankle. So you're going to dig your heels in. So instead of it being up here, we're going to extend them out. So it'll be a smaller range, but you're going to feel it in those hamstrings and those booties. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to lift up my hand. I don't know if you guys can, I think you guys can see. But actually what we'll do is we'll dig the elbows and fingertips up. We're just going to take the hips up, lowering them down, but do not touch the ground as you lower them down. It's just a small range. And also make sure that those knees don't buckle in. Keep them open. You don't extend them open, just keep them open. So remember, long line from that kneecap down to that ankle, digging your heels in. Straight leg lifts, glute bridges. And we're going to go into some scissor kicks. So this time, I know we usually lay down on the backs, lifting the shoulders. This time we're going to lift up and out of the shoulders, down on the forearms, pressing the lower back down. So don't extend up. Press that lower back down, lift out of the shoulders, chest open, chin up. We're going to take it up and switch. All right. But we're going to be down on the forearms this time instead of just lifting up. So we'll go 10 flutter or 10 scissor kicks 10 on each side for those straight leg lifts, and 10 of those glute bridges, working those hamstrings. I almost want to say like a hand straighten bridge. All right. We'll get started in about 10 seconds because I talk a lot. I talk a lot. So let's take a seat down, aligning the joints, take it down to the elbows. We're going to take that right leg out, pointing that toe, taking it up and down in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping down that right side, extend that left, and we go in 3, 2, and 1. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down that left knee, take it palm to palm, tuck the toes, rise it up. In about 15 seconds, we're going to go right back down for those hamstring bridges. So I'm just going to say, we're working those hamstrings as well. All right. Speed up this process a little bit. We take it down, getting ready. We dig those heels in. We have, so those heels are not down. Those feet are not behind those booties. They're kind of out. You can see, I know I'm a little bit further away, but I have that long line from that kneecap down to that ankle. Fingertips up, elbows down. We take the hips up and down in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down the hips, extending out those legs, shake them out. We are going to stay down here because we have those scissor kicks. So taking it up to that right elbow, left elbow. Now from here, lift out of the shoulders. So instead of sinking down, even though it's more comfortable, we lift up and out because it's better for us. Pull the shoulders back, chest is open, chin is off that chest. We're going to take the legs up for those scissor kicks. Right leg first in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the legs, pressing the palms, and rise it up. So round 1 done. We have 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds, 10 minutes. We got this. We got it. So remember, we're going to meet me down on the mat or the ground, whatever you are on. Forearms down, stacking the shoulders, squaring the hips. Right leg out in 3, 2, and 1. So we take it down. Getting ourselves prepped. Extending out that right leg. We take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that right, extending the left. We go in 3, 2, and 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, taking it up to those palms, hop or step it up, shake it out. We have those glute bridges next. All right, so we lay it down. Kind of extend out those legs, dig your heels in, those toes are up. Remember, small range, but we do not touch that booty down to the ground. We're going to go in 3, palms up, or fingertips up, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the hips down, extending that right leg, left leg, inhale the arms up, shake out those legs. Exhale the palms down. Taking it up to the forearms, lifting out of the shoulders. We're gonna take those legs up, right leg first, then the left. We're gonna go for 10 in 3. Scissor kicks, 2 and 1, lifting up. So 10, 9, point the toes, 8, 7, 6, 5, lower back down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it again. Take it palm to palm and press it up. We have one more round. And it caught us up. See, just like that. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. But time's just moving by today. I feel like all day today, time's just kind of been moving. Because when I taught a 5:30 a.m. class, and I was like, oh, it's so early. Like, there's still an hour that we still have to do. And then I feel like we were almost done. I was like, I feel like we just started. Same thing for this. I feel like we just started, and it's just about been an hour. All right. We take it down. So tabletop position first. Then just drop that elbow, the opposite elbow, knees underneath the hips. We extend that right leg out. We're going to take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Dropping that right knee, extend out that left leg. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that left knee, take it up palm to palm. From here, we're going to keep a tabletop position. Align the joints to stack the shoulders over the wrists, knees underneath the hips, spreading those fingers wide. Now we're going to go into a little cat-cat. So dropping the chest, lifting the chin, and just stretch out here. We're going to take it into cat. So rounding out that spine, pressing through, taking it head to tail. So dropping the chest. And one more, let's round that spine into cat. Taking it back to tabletop, nice and slow. All right, we're gonna take a seat because we're already down here. All right, so extend those legs out about halfway, dig the heels in, toes are up, elbows are in, palms are facing each other, fingertips up. We're gonna go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the hips down, extending out the right, and then the left, shake it out, inhale the arms above the head. You can rotate the legs side to side. Exhale the palms down. Take it up to that right elbow, left elbow, lift out of the shoulders, pop the chest open, press that lower back down, lift that chin. All the things. We're going to go scissor kicks one last time. Remember, as those legs come up, still keep that lower back pressed down. That's how we're going to really feel it in those abs. And focus on your breathing. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and squeeze your abs. We take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, point the toes, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet together, drop them down. Press yourself to a seated position or come to a standing position. I'm going to stand, but you can do whatever you would like. You guys finished it. You guys killed about an hour of a workout, lower body, and tomorrow you guys have some yoga with Casey to get it all stretched out. I've seen it. They look like I could go for a yoga class right now. I might fall asleep in one because it might be, I'm very relaxed today. But I feel like the stretching would be so good. Anyways, you guys have yoga tomorrow with Casey, so enjoy that. Enjoy your weekend. Happy April 1st. We made it another month. Great job. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day. Go have a great lunch, and I will be working out with you guys next week. Bye.